Welcome back to Normski TV. And yeah, very late, but I don't care. Just couldn't get my head right concerning our result against West Ham. Sorry, West Ham. They played tonight and won 2-1. Sorry, Wolves. That's all I got to say, man. The silence is deafening. 2-1 to Wolves at the Emirates. Arsenal, what's going on? This is the player ratings and the review of the game. I'll try and be as quick as possible. There's so much to say about this whole shambles of a mess right now. A team that's right now in a downward spiral. A club which I thought was going places seems like is in decline right now under the leadership of Arteta and the jokers upstairs, the Cronkies. I don't know where to start with this game. It's one of the worst games that I've seen Arsenal play at the Emirates. I was talking with my mate whilst watching the game, and I was saying this team is worse than Unai Emery's team. I don't care what anybody says. It's worse than Unai Emery's team. What I'm seeing is absolutely pathetic. What I'm seeing on the pitch, the tactics, the setup, the stuff that's going on field and off the field, it's just right now a total mess. And our Arsenal right now are looking like a banter joke of a club. Banter joke of a club. You got them guys down the road, sitting top of the league. Washed out Mourinho. Yes, I said it. Washed out Mourinho. Right? Man that parks the bus. Well, look where they are. I said it to my mate. That's it, man. It's done. The man has to go. He's out of his depth. He's out of his depth. Now, you may criticise me. You may want to put it in the comments. But Arteta's out of his depth. You know, Arsenal, when deciding to go for a new manager after Unai Emery, I mean, they initially had looked at Arteta, but then opted to go for Unai Emery. Yeah, man, that's probably obviously got a lot more experience managing clubs. You know, he looked at his pedigree, winning 3 Europa League Cups in a row, and thought maybe this guy would be the one to take Arsenal out of the doldrums in the last few years of Wenger's reign. We end up playing what I call unrecognisable football. Didn't have no identity. Didn't know what the guy was doing. And a year to the date yesterday, that's when they had sacked Unai Emery. I think at the time he was 8th. We're in an even worse position. We're in 14th right now. And I still can't see any identity with this football club and the way we are playing. We are playing at home, for crying out loud. And I said it in the preview, we need to play with the handbrake off. We've got our wish for Aubameyang to play down the middle. I don't know what's happened to Aubameyang since he signed that contract. Yesterday, that guy looked like he didn't give two hoots. Who's meant to be our club team captain. No leadership there. Looked like he didn't even want to be on the pitch. Now, I don't know if there's stuff going on that we don't know about. But, mate, the team, the way they're playing, it just seems like they're all down in tools, just like under Unai Emery. But, mate, this team is, as I said, worse than Unai Emery's. The performance. I mean, it would have been, even if we had lost but showed some performance, we come in this game starting slow as if we had a away team. And, you know, there's 13 other teams above us right now. We are a mid-table side. There's 13 other teams above us that play better football than us. I was watching Fulham today against Leicester. They go to Leicester and beat them 2-1. They're playing with some identity. All right, yeah, granted, they were sitting in the bottom three and probably conceded the third most goals. But at least there's some fluidity about them. The way they play out the back, the speed at which they move the ball. That doesn't happen with Arsenal. It doesn't happen with Arsenal. The ball comes out the back. It comes to Luiz. He takes about 6, 7, 8. We are so static. It is boring football. Too rigid. The players, it's almost like they're just playing in straitjackets right now. They look void of ideas. There's no movement. The midfield is non-existent. We've probably got one of the weakest midfields in this league. I'm telling you right now, we've got one of the weakest midfields in this league. We've got a front three that's worth nearly 200 million plus. And between the three of them, I don't think they've got more than 6 goals between them in the Premier League. We've scored 10 goals in 10. We've won 4, drawn 1, and lost 5. We've lost more than we've won. And we're only 10 games in. This is Arteta's worst start in 39 years. Records are being broken again. Wolves beating us. I don't know what the record is, but I know we've lost 3 back-to-back games at home. The last time that happened was 1977, 78. What is going on? What is going on with us at home? Is the Emirates our home? Because right now we're playing like we haven't got a home. We're playing like we're some orphans, man. We don't know if we're coming. We don't know if we're going. We just don't have a clue right now. There's no plan B. He uses the same players. Willian, okay, Willian had a okay game. Probably one of our best players. But I'm going to come to the player ratings and touch on a few of the stupidness and madness that some of these players, bang average players, what they're doing in the side, I don't know. How these guys are playing for Arsenal, I have no idea. Arteta came to this club, said it's a great club, he's used all the spiel, and that we shouldn't be where we are. We're in our 14th. When you took over, it was a mess. What is it now? You said when it took over, it was a mess. What is it now? You spoke about if players are not going to play for the shirt, play for the badge, or not put in the work, then they need to leave. Mate, you've gone back on your words, mate, because you've got man like Willian. You've got man like Lacazette. Yeah? Aubameyang right now. What's happened to the young players? Where was Maitland-Niles? When Maitland-Niles played against Wolves last season, yeah, when we beat them 2-0 away, he was one of our best players. He had a drawer in his back pocket. They come to the Emirates. That's 3 Midland teams now. Leicester, Aston Villa, and Wolves are beating us at home. This is pure joke, man. This is joke thing that's going on right here. And I don't see it get any better sooner. I don't know where the next win is going to come from. We're away to Spurs on Sunday. Big North London derby. Yeah, they say form goes out the window. Boy, oh boy, I am not looking forward to that game at all. I am not looking forward to that game at all. I mean, what I saw on that pitch on Sunday was nigh on. I felt sick, seriously, to my stomach when I saw what I saw from this so-called Arsenal team. Let me first also, pay, respect. When I say respect, in terms of Jimenez, who had that horrible head clash with David Luiz. I remember watching the game and hearing their heads hitting each other, and then seeing him out cold, and knew it was really bad, and knew something weren't right. You could see it in the manager's eyes, in the Wolves manager's eyes, and only hearing today now that he's got a fractured skull. So, our prayers go out to him that he makes a speedy recovery. Obviously, it could be life-changing in the sense that we don't know how long he's going to be out for, and will he come back the same? Their top guy gets injured in the first 10, 15 minutes of the game. You're thinking, okay, now he's not there. Maybe Arsenal now can at least do something. Now, they just didn't turn up. They just did not turn up. And the other baffling thing is David Luiz, who I'm hearing requires 7 stitches. When you get a head clash like that, and I was arguing with my boy and my daughter and even with my mate and saying that, they obviously, they were saying he should come off. And I'm saying, look, not arguing to say that I wanted him to stay on, but I'm saying, look, they're going to make him stay on, and we just didn't get it. You can even see the blood coming through his bandage, and he was reluctant to head the ball. Why are you keeping a guy that's had a sickening head clash, and you're playing him, and then you then come out, Arteta, you then come out and say, oh, he's been checked over and everything was fine. They did all the protocols. So why didn't he come out second half then? Straight away you take him off, you bring on Rob Holding. That for me affected him. The head clash, the whole incident, and you still make him carry on playing. Mate, I'll tell you, you're managing of this club, and the way you manage this club and manage the personnel, mate. A man with no experience. Why have we gone with a guy with no experience? This is what I just don't get. I put my hand up. I put my hand up. Yeah, I said to my mate today, he was right. I got gassed after the first game, and he said, listen, man, just chill. Just chill. Let's see what these guys have got. We go into the second game. We scrape through that. We win it. We scrape through that, and he's saying, nah, this manager ain't got it. I'm thinking, what's he talking about? Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. This man ain't ready. The changes that he makes, he leaves people out when they've had a good game, and people that are not playing well, he keeps them in. He has his favourites. It's quite obvious. He plays these guys. It's a total mess from top to bottom. And, his odds have been slashed to be the next manager that goes, because I'm telling you now, if we go to Spurs and get a slapping, yeah, mate, there's going to be some noise. There's going to be some noise from the fans. There's going to be some noise. There's going to be some pressure that's going to be put on. He's lucky. He's lucky that that stadium wasn't full. He's talking about, oh, we need our fans back. This will give us the boost. With that kind of football, how can you go to the stadium and watch that kind of football? Mate, if you played like that with a full stadium, mate, you would have, listen, they would have saying Arteta out. Yeah, that would have been ringing in your ears. You're lucky. You're lucky. You need to sort it out quick time, man, because I don't know what you're doing. The whole saga with Ozil, yeah, it's my choice. It's a footballing reason. What's the footballing reason? How is Willock better than Ozil? At least have the man in the squad. I'm not saying to play him, but have him in the squad. Because right now, yeah, creativity, whether it's from the wings, from the fullbacks, from the defenders, there is none. There is none. It is a mess right now. It is a total mess right now. And God help us. That's all I've got to say. Come Sunday, God help us. That's all I've got to say. Because, yeah, form goes out the window, but I don't know where we're going to get the goals from. Tottenham are flying right now. Their team is balanced. They got a strong midfield, a front three. Their back is good. And we got a team that just don't give two hoots right now. Mate, they better know about this. This is the North London derby, and they better go in there with the right attitude. Arteta better get them stirred up for that game. Because half of them players in there, they haven't got a Scooby-Doo when it comes to heart, when it comes to commitment. Yeah? You're just going through the motions right now. That's what's happening right now. The whole lot of you are just going through the motions. No leaders on that pitch right now. Aubameyang, what's going on? Can somebody tell me what is going on with that man right now? Yeah? And this is the frustrating thing. Yeah? The other day, before this game, this Wolves game, watching their training ground games, yeah? They're practicing their shooting, hitting the back of the net. Somebody posted, oh, Aubameyang scored 56 goals in training. So what you know, they're playing all these 1-2s. They're so making all these triangles and doing all these different kind of setups and everything. But yet we don't see that when it comes to the field of play. When it comes to match day, we don't see none of that. Just slow, methodic, dross football. Look, I could go on and go on all night, but I need to give the player ratings. And I'm telling you, the most somebody, let's just see. Let's start off with Leno. Let's start off with Leno in goal. And I don't know, he could have done better on the second goal, possibly. There was a deflection. I think it came off of Bellerin, who was turning his back. I'm going to come to him in a minute. And he kind of pushed the ball out, and then Gabriel went to make the tackle. He lifted the player lifted it over him and puts it in the back of the net. You know, it just beggars belief what was going on there in that defence right now and what's happening here. Leno, I'm going to give him, he was probably one of our best players as well. I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give Leno a 5. We go to the right back, Bellerin, 0. Turning your back on the goal. Your crosses don't seem to only hit the first man, yeah? Your crosses only seem to hit the first man. You're slow. You're getting turned by players. You're no good, man. You have lost it, mate. And I don't know why we just didn't sell you when we did. You was offered to PSG. There's a number of clubs that we wanted, but no, Arteta decides to keep him. This guy can't defend. And then when he does get forward, apart from, I think there was only one cross that he did. And other than that, that was it. No, it wasn't a cross, sorry. It was a block shot. I think he lost the ball. Yeah, I remember he lost the ball, but he kind of made up for it and managed to get across and block the shot. Like, you know, he ran back into the 6-yard box and then blocked the shot. But for me, man's getting a 0. Absolutely useless. You know, where's Cedric Suarez? Where is he? Why are you not playing him? At least that guy can cross a ball. We move into the middle. We'll start off with David Luiz. Obviously, he had the head injury. And again, between him and Bellerin, they were culpable for that second goal. I just don't know why Arteta or the team, they just didn't take him. And the doctors just because you could see there was one time when after he had his bandage, his head bandaged up, and a ball came over, and you could see he was reluctant to head it, but he had to head it. But you could see him kind of whinging when he did it, and you know, I don't think that helped and that affected his game. And apart from that, again, he you know, he didn't really have a good game. I'm gonna give him a 4. I'm gonna give David Luiz a 4. Next to him was Gabriel. He scored the goal, equaliser. I felt at times he looked a little bit slow, and you know, where crosses come across, you know, there was one where he air kicked it. I was lucky he did that anyway, because I think maybe if he'd connected with it, he probably would have ended up with an own goal. But he was probably our best player, and he got the goal, you know what I mean? But, you know, with the way right now, the way the players are playing and the way the whole team structure and everything, it just seems to be sort of wearing off on him as well. And I'm just hoping and praying that he doesn't fall down to those kind of levels. I mean, he's still one of our best defenders there. He's had an excellent season so far. But there's little things that are creeping into his game. Well, I'm going to give Gabriel a 6. Left-hand side, Kieran Tierney, Tierney, mate, getting spun by him. You're getting spun by Troy. You know, I know you wear the heart on your sleeve. You know, you're a winner. You came from Celtic, but this whole back line and the whole setup and the way Arteta got this team set up just seems to be affecting him. When he was playing under Unai Emery, he was a lot better. He was getting up the field defensively. He was good, getting in those crosses where he can. He's not doing it as much. And I just think it's because of the system and the way Arteta's got this guy sort of kind of locked down. And I see a little bit of confidence that's kind of draining from him. And it seems to be affecting his game. And to be honest, he didn't have a good game against Roy. He just kept spinning him and getting past him and whipping in those crosses. And for me, I'm sorry, Tierney, I like you, but you're going to only get a 2 for me. You're going to get a 2 for me. Let's go to the middle of the park. We'll start off with Dani Ceballos. 0. Again, I keep saying it. Running like he's in quicksand. The guy is slow. His passing is off. Literally, the guys, they were just literally running off these two. And I'm going to come to Xhaka. Yeah? Because I don't even know if he's even worth scoring. But now, Ceballos, mate, I don't know what's happened to the Ceballos end of last season. You went to Real Madrid, you come back, mate, it's your go and get your brother. Go and get your twin and tell the real twin to get back. Sorry, mate, you're getting a 0. You're getting a 0. Non-effective. Literally weak. That middle of that park is weak. Spinning top, as everybody would say. Spinning top, mate. We're going to Xhaka. 0, -0. Whatever you want to call it. Man gets spun by Traore for the first goal. Or was it the second goal? I think it was the second goal. I can't even remember. The man got spun so many times. Literally, the man ain't got no legs. Defensively, doesn't know where his position is on the in the middle of the park. He just didn't do nothing. He gets knocked over easy. He goes down too easy. Complete joker of a player. Why Arteta insists on wanting to keep this player and wanting to play him, I have no idea. Literally, we had no midfield. -0. Right, we'll go over on the right-hand side. And now, before we go over the right-hand side, let's start off with Willock. Again, spent most of his time on the left-hand side. He was meant to be playing in that hole. He was better second half, but non-existent in the first half. And literally, the guy, for me, is not a Premier League player. He's just not a Premier League player. The man, personally speaking, I think needs to go out on loan and just go and learn his craft. But when you got the likes of, Ozil not being able to even get into the 25-man, it's not his fault. Arteta can only work with what he's got. But then, when you cut your nose off to spite your face, that's the problem that you're going to be faced with. And for me, Willock gets a free. He gets a free. Let's move over on the right-hand side. Willian put in a good cross for Gabriel to header in for the equaliser. Worked. I mean, I was wondering why he got taken off as well. I don't know if he had an injury or what, but he was probably out of the front three, the one working the most hardest, trying to make things happen, trying to whip in crosses, but you're whipping in crosses, there's no one there, and that's all you can do. That was probably his second best game apart from the Fulham game. But he gets taken off, yeah. So I'm giving him a 5. I'm gonna give him a 5. The left hand side, Saka missed 2 good chances. Trying to make things happen. Again, it just wasn't his day. Cross gets whipped across him, and all he has to do is just connect with his left foot. And he's, I don't know. He just seemed to come off it and just ricochet and go off wide. You're in front of goal. You've got to do better. The chances, when we're creating these chances, we've got to connect and we've got to make sure that we score. That's twice now that he's missed 2 big chances. When he had a chance to, I think, win the game for us against, was it last week? Yeah, when we had a chance to win the game against Leeds. He took too long, had to think about it too much, and then ended up the keeper blocking it. So Saka's not having, at the moment, a good time right now. 2 or 3 games now, he hasn't really played well. And I'm going to also give him a 3. Aubameyang, 0. 0, absolutely did nothing. Captain what? Mate, you might need to go and put that Black Panther mask back in its suitcase, because right now I can't see how or where you're going to get a goal. And when you did have the chances, it's almost like you're just ducking out, or it's like you just didn't want to score. There was a ball that came across and you didn't even commit yourself. You just literally stopped and the ball just went past you, right across. I can't remember who played across, and you just end up stopping. You just look like you didn't want to be there. Your body language, your camera was panned on you, and you just blowing out your cheeks and like, what am I doing here? We've paid you £350,000 or whatever it is. You've signed the team, and I don't want it to be a case of, oh, Ozolitis, yeah? Right, yes, we're not in a good place right now, but you're the captain. You need to get these players going, yeah? I don't really think you are captain material, to be quite honest, but it is the way it is. That you've been chosen. You were a talisman last season. You was banging them in. I don't know what's happened. You got to find it and make sure you find it come Sunday. It's a massive North London game. You need to step up, Aubameyang, and you need to do the business. I love you as a player, but right now you're not showing me that you really want to do it for the club and do it for the badge. Come on. You said you want to be a legend, so let's do it. Let's start by doing it at White Hart Lane or Spurs, whatever the place is called. Let's go there and show that, you really want to play for the badge, play for this club, this legendary club. We are the Arsenal, so come on. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to score you a 0. In terms of players coming on, as I say, Nelson came on. I think he came on for Willian. Again, I'm going to score Nelson. He, made a couple of runs. Again, I've had one chance, but could have done better with it. I'm gonna score Nelson a 4. I'm gonna give Nelson a 4. Holding, obviously, he came on second half to replace Louise, and to be honest, the guy just didn't really contribute at all for me personally. Just couldn't keep up with the pace of the game. He's slow, and right now we haven't got somebody that's commanding that can teach Gabriel, or Gabriel right now is heads and shoulders above Holding, and I just personally think that he's just not good enough for Arsenal. Just not good enough for Arsenal. Why we didn't get rid of him in the summer, I have no idea. I'm giving Holding a 2. I'm giving Holding a 2 because he just couldn't keep up with the pace of the game and just didn't do anything to warrant getting anything but a 2. And Lacazette, who came on for about 8 minutes, is it worth scoring him? Didn't do nothing. I ain't going to even bother scoring. As for Mikel Arteta, mate, you really need to sort this out, man. You need to sort this out, man, because right now you're a dead man walking. You're a dead man walking. You look void of ideas, and mate, it just ain't happening. No plan B. You seem to persist with the players that are out of form, the way you're managing off the field, on the field, your whole management, everything that you're doing right now, yeah, literally, you're just not ready. You're out of your depth, mate. And I'm sorry, man. We can't keep going on like this because right now, the only way is that way. Right now, down. And I can't see how you're going to turn this around. It's all right you saying, yeah, we need a boost, get the fans back in. Not playing that style of football. Not playing that style of football. Something has got to change. Something's got to happen. And I'm telling you, if we don't turn it around, if you don't turn it around, then, mate, elbow, mate, you got to go. You got to go. We need somebody in that's got experience and knows how to get us out of this rut. Because right now, you look void of ideas. Absolutely void of ideas. I don't even know what I scored you. I think a 1. Giving you a 1. Giving you a 1. That's my score. I'm not even scoring the referee. Massive game on Sunday. I know we play the Europa League on Thursday. We'll probably be playing our kids and just resting. We've qualified, so literally it's going to be a complete new 11. I would love to see if, you'd have someone like the likes of Smith Rowe at least sitting on the bench. Balogun, at least. Let's have something different. Let's try the youngsters. They're hungry. Yeah, they're hungry. But Arteta is Arteta. Stubborn. And this stubbornness is going to get you in a big, big trouble. Mark my words. We're coming into the Christmas period. We've got some tough games ahead of us. And I don't know where we're going to be come New Year. Will we have a new manager? Who knows? It's a mess right now. But, you know, to be perfectly honest, I can't see Arsenal sacking him. You know, he's come out already and said, you know, in his press conference that, I mean, I saw something. I'm just going to quickly read this. And I know the guns are out, you know, the odds are being slashed against him, and, you know, there have been a number of, you know, managers or names being linked with a manager's job, like Allegri, Pochettino, Thierry Henry, Thomas Tuchel. You know, there's few names. So he's under massive, massive pressure. I'm trying to find where he basically said, where is it? I did see it somewhere. But basically, what he was saying is that, you know, I've come to this club. I'm just paraphrasing. Come to this club, and I know that at any point I could get sacked. If it's in a month, a year, 6 months, you know. But, you know, I know what it is that's facing me. Now, I don't know if that's a ploy to, you know, to the club to say, look, I put it out there. Will the club sack him? I don't think they will. I think they'll let him go through the season. But the way we're going right now, we're in relegation form right now. And, you know, obviously he's feeling the pressure now because he wouldn't be saying things like this now. You know what I mean? So, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But I'm telling you now, mate, we need to sort something out. You know, looking at the table, yes, we're 14th. You know, we're 5 points, I believe, off of top 4. So in the coldness of, you know, you know, it's not bad, but if we carry on the way we're playing and the games that we're losing, we're gonna be cut adrift. We're gonna be cut adrift. You know, look, Leicester got beaten today by Fulham. Everyone is beating each other right now, and it's gonna be the team that's gonna be consistent. And I can't afford Tottenham to be consistent. I can't afford Tottenham to be sitting at the top of the league. I don't care. I cannot have it. There is no way. But mark my words, I believe Tottenham will win a trophy. As long as it's not the Premier League. But I do believe they're going to win a trophy because the way Mourinho's got this team set up, you know, he's got the balance and he's got his guys believing. Right now, Arteta, you need to get our guys believing again. You came in, with no pedigree, but you had all the words, gift of the gab, process, non-negotiable, you name it. I got sucked in, but I ain't getting sucked in no more now. I'm seeing it for its real self now. You're not a good manager. Unfortunately, you are out of your depth. Listen, guys, I know it's been a bit of a negative one, but this is what happens. It's a results business. Listen, please like, subscribe, share, and I'll be doing a preview, very short one, for the Europa League game. Looking at predicted lineups and see what happens. Listen, take care, and I'll see you then.